What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Love Ashe, back at you with another video. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, baby, go ahead and do that. Give this video a thumbs up and leave your girl a comment down below. The only announcement that we have before today's reading is that readings are open. And in the month of October, I'm doing discounted readings, phone readings. We have 15-minute sessions as well as we have 30-minute sessions available. The information is going to be pinned down below for that if you guys are interested in tapping in with me on an even deeper level. Now, today's pick a card is going to be a pick a card on what's keeping you stuck, okay? So we have group number 1, which is the red marker, group number 2, which is the black marker, and group number 3, which is the green marker. I'll give you guys a second to tap in to see which group you want to select. Make sure you guys let me know down in the comments, as well as if you're watching the replay, the timestamps for each group are going to be in the pinned comment below, so you can head directly to your reading. Off with group number 1, you chose the red marker. The first thing that I'm picking up for your energy right away is taking action. Here with the red marker, you could be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, or you could, really not have that much fire in your natal chart. Don't have any really predominant fire placements in your chart. But there's something here about you needing to take action, you needing to be more decisive. Or maybe there is this sense that I'm also picking up on that the fire kind of burns out on things for you. You get really passionate about something, an idea, a project, or something like that, but you kind of get stuck when it comes to making a decision, and then you have all of these ideas and these things that it seems like you started on, but you haven't really completed anything. You're just constantly in this cycle of stopping and starting, okay? But yeah, let's go ahead and tap in with your energy. We have the 3 of Swords in reverse. That red heart is standing out. The 6 of Cups in reverse. The 9 of Swords in reverse. Oh. And the Sun card upright. Well, geesh. Something upright. The first thing that's standing out to me here is the 3 of Swords, because it has the red heart here on it. The first thing that I'm hearing here is you guys needing to let go of the past, okay? There's something about letting go of the past heartache, past pain. This is healing from past heartbreak, some disappointments, or even some failures, okay? This could even come through here with the 3 of Swords as some type of failure that might have made you second guess yourself. It's almost like a part of you is afraid that if you really commit, it won't work out. So you just kind of stay in that loop. You stay in that cycle. With the 6 of Cups here, this is about, some type of hesitation tied to the past, or maybe like childhood patterns, childhood trauma, or just you just being stuck in your comfort zone and you're scared to kind of step out of that. 9 of Swords. I feel like you're finally releasing a lot of anxiety around this, a lot of anxiety around decision making, a lot of anxiety around being perceived as a failure, a lot of anxiety around getting out of your comfort zone. I feel like, group 1, you guys probably do isolate yourself a lot. But also there's a lot of strength in the isolation. I do feel like you guys are very smart, very creative, and you come up with, amazing ideas. I just keep getting that. You guys are getting some amazing ideas. But then the Sun card here, right? The Sun card here coming out. This is clarity, right? This is clarity. This is success. It's joy, right? It's freedom here with the horse. And so Spirit is basically, saying that once you stop dimming your own fire and you actually follow through on your passions, you're going to step into a much lighter, happier energy with the Sun card here. It's kind of like, sometimes you guys have the tendency to be a Debbie Downer. And when you hear Debbie Downer or somebody who's always trying to rain on someone's parade, you're raining on your own parade. You go through these loops where you're talking negatively to yourself. You're reminding yourself of your past failures, And so I'm hearing the words like negative self-talk. Another thing as well that I'm picking up here for group 1 in regards to what's keeping you guys stuck. What's keeping you stuck is reliving the past. That's specifically what's coming through. It's something about reliving the past or a fear of reliving the past, but I feel like it's more so mental for y'all. it's kind of like what's keeping you stuck is a fear of being happy. It's like, well, it's like you guys have clinged so hard to this identity of like this victim, of somebody who's meant to suffer, of somebody who's always in pain, of somebody who's always getting their heart broken, that you don't know how to identify with the sun card energy. You don't know how to identify with happiness, with joy. That kind of makes you more nervous. When things are going really good, that kind of makes you nervous because you feel like the rug is going to be ripped from underneath you. And so you block yourself, okay? A lot of this going on is you blocking yourself, group one. You know, if we was picking up on some other stuff going on here, then, you know, we would talk about it. But this energy here is just about you guys standing in your own way. And it's like somewhere along the way, again, I feel like you guys just became so identified with the energy of struggle, with the energy of heartbreak, with the energy of disappointment, that it feels almost kind of like foreign for you to live in the energy of the sun. And some of y'all, again, you built the sun is also our identity, right? And you built this identity around the one who always has to suffer, the one who always has to get hurt. And it's like Spirit is saying that's not who you are anymore. So when happiness, when joy, or when clarity shows up, instead of you embracing it, it's like it really makes you nervous. And so fear is what's keeping you guys stuck, okay? Fear is what's keeping you guys stuck. And your spiritual team wants you to know that you're allowed to step into joy without having to pay for it with pain, okay? You're allowed. So let's tap in a little bit deeper. Let's pull some additional cards for group one. I feel like as well in your childhood, you guys may have been bullied. Okay, I feel like you guys may have been bullied. You may have had instances where it was other children, where it was like adult figures, or it was even siblings who always tried to make you feel bad about yourself. You feel like you could never really be yourself around your family. You feel like you could never really be yourself. And so you dimmed your own light. You learn how to dim your own light because you weren't accepted, okay? You could have your Chiron in Leo, okay? You guys could have your Chiron in Leo. You could have your Chiron in Aquarius as well here. I am picking up on that energy. Or you could have your Chiron in the 5th house, or your Chiron in the 11th house. But there's this energy of here of kind of like you just, you know, adapted to an environment. You just adapted to a belief system. You just adapted to what was around you growing up, and it kind of forced you into dimming your light, and you're repeating that cycle here in your adulthood. But you guys have a very bright light. I feel like, you know, I'm getting this image of your childhood where you were very happy, very outgoing, but it's like something just stopped that, you know. This could have even been like a harsh comment that someone said to you as a kid that you just never forgot. You just always have held on to this comment, or this, you know, somebody talking about you, or just something. And, you know, it may seem insignificant to others, but this is something that was just embedded into your subconscious here. And it's causing, like I said, spiritual interference is what I'm picking up on, you know, and it became kind of like a survival mechanism where you like shrink yourself so you don't get targeted. So there's a wound definitely here around self-expression, or like struggling to shine authentically in front of other people. But again, here with the sun card here, and I was talking about this on another video that I'm going to be posting, but I was talking about here with the horse here, you know, I feel like something tried to break you. Something tried to break you, and it may have succeeded for a while, you know, but you know, again, I feel like you're so full of joy. You're so full of laughter. You're so full of like boldness. You have a very childlike energy to you. And that's the real version of you. And that's what your spiritual team wants you to reconnect with. Because somewhere along the way, life taught you to hide it. But it's time for you to return to that light and to remember that version of you, because that's where your freedom is. Okay, so let's go ahead and just pull some additional messages here. All right, for group one. All right. So we have making fear sound like intuition. Yeah, that's exactly what y'all been doing here. Making fear like, no, you know, No, it's my intuition. I know they don't like me. I know that it's going to be like that. I know that if I step out into the limelight, people are going to judge me. I know. You could be an Aquarius too. Y'all know y'all stubborn. Okay, y'all know y'all stubborn. Okay, but you know, Aquarius is affirmation is I know. You know, I believe that's Aquarius. But yeah, it's I know. All right. What else for a group? Yeah, they can't block you, but you can block yourself. Yeah. Group 1. You keep calling it a hobby, but it's a calling. Okay. Bottom of the deck, it says you hex yourself when you second guess what you know. What you know. I know. And you making your fear sound like intuition, that's you second guess what you know. So you hexing yourself. You putting a curse on yourself. Okay. You blocking yourself. Again, nobody can block you. Who really can block the sun? I mean, come on, let's be for real. What can really block the sun? But you can block yourself. You can dim your own light. So that's where your freedom is, okay? And that's exactly what's been happening here. You just been convincing yourself that no, this is my intuition. You know, I know they don't like me. I know this is going to end badly. I know people are going to judge me if I step into into my light, into my freedom. But Spirit is saying that is not your intuition. That is fear. That is fear. But there's a difference between knowing and second guessing yourself. And that's what Spirit is highlighting here at this time. And then when you keep calling it a hobby, but it's a calling, I feel like some of you have been downplaying your gifts, your passions, your light. And it's time to start treating your purpose like your purpose. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on. So now we're going to pull from this deck here. And this is just going to let us know. So we're doing a reading on what's keeping you stuck, right? So we're going to see, where is this keeping you stuck at? What area of your life is this keeping you stuck? Okay, we're going to let it come out. Wow. We have the first house, identity, appearance, new beginnings, and self-image. Holy moly. Exactly, you guys. Exactly, group 1. The first house. This makes so much sense. Group 1, everything that we've been talking about, dimming your light, second guessing yourself, fear of being seen. It's all tied to how you see yourself. Your identity, your confidence, the way you show up in the world. Spirit is saying this isn't just about one decision or one project. It's about the way you've been carrying yourself overall. The first house is literally in astrology, the house of new beginnings, of self-image. So this is about you rewriting your story and choosing a new identity. No longer being the victim. No longer being the one who hides. No longer being the one that's waiting for the rug to be pulled from underneath them, biting on their fingernails. Okay? Spirit wants you to step into your solar energy, into your truth. Because once you shift your self-image, everything else in your life starts to shift too, you guys. That's what's coming through for you. Beautiful. Love the energy. Love the energy. So we're going to close out here. That is what I'm saying for you. Group number 1. Make sure y'all let me know in the comments how this message resonates with you. And if you want to book a reading with me, readings are available 15-minute and 30-minute discounted for the month of October. Or at the time of you watching this, check in and see what's going on with that. And I'll talk to y'all real soon. Group number 2, let's go ahead and tap into your reading. Okay, so you chose a black marker. So right away, I'm picking up on shadow work, right? Protection, mystery. You could be a water sign as well, okay? You could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I am picking up that vibe here. You could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You could have predominant water placements in your chart. Heavy Scorpio placements. You could even, I'm picking up on Libra energy as well, okay? You could also be 27, 37, you could be 44, you could be 26, you could be born in August, you could be born in June, you could be born in April, okay? None of that resonates, that's fine, okay? Keep watching, all right? All right, so I feel like this is like hidden truths, okay? Things that you kind of keep in the dark, or even things that you guys are avoiding, okay? Now, this could mean that What's keeping you stuck has to do with the things you're not acknowledging, right? I'm picking up on like Black Moon Lilith energy here, which I'll come back to that. But there's parts of yourself that you're hiding from, okay? There's some type of truth that you don't want to face, or even like some type of fear that you kind of tucked away instead of like working through. For some of y'all, I'm hearing that like you stayed in survival mode, or like you're very defensive, like you're always on guard, you're always in defense. Like you're always ready to protect yourself before life even gives you a reason. Like, girl, you just be on guard like all the time. Like, chill out, relax, take a breath, you know? Okay. But I feel like, again, I feel like y'all are saying like, there's a reason. There's a reason I'm always on guard. I feel like you guys, this could be my spiritual group here too. I'm picking up on that, where you guys have like some very strong, maybe even spiritual gifts that you haven't tapped into. Spiritual gifts that you intentionally keep hidden. And you keep these things hidden to protect yourself. You get a lot of messages. You're very connected to the ancestral realm, okay? You're very, very connected to the ancestral realm. But I do feel like you got a lot of triggers. I do feel like you have a lot of emotional baggage. I do feel like you guys, you could be the eldest. I'm hearing that for somebody. You could be the eldest daughter. Okay, so that's what I'm picking up. Okay, let's see. All right, so let's take a look and see group 2, why you feel stuck. I'm getting, honestly, so many messages before I even tap into the cards. But you guys definitely needed to be here for this reading. If you chose this group, you may be also, I'm hearing, let me get the messages out that I'm getting. Also, I'm picking up on like masculine energy. And you guys know, if you don't know, we all have masculine and feminine energy, right? So I'm not saying like, oh, whatever, right? We all have masculine and feminine energy. If you're here and you're in group 2, I'm pretty sure you already understand that concept. But it's kind of like your feminine energy wants to be freed. Yeah, like your feminine energy wants to be freed, wants to be expressed more. She wants to come out. And that's probably why I'm picking up this image of like the symbol of Black Moon Lilith. But she wants to be free. She wants to be expressed. Even like dark feminine energy. You may work with like dark feminine energy as well, okay? Sekhmet, okay? You could work with some dark feminine energy here. But I feel like your masculine energy has been very dominant for a really long time. Controlling, protecting you. You could have grown up without a father, okay? Because I feel like there's this need that you have to control, to protect, to survive, to where you can't let your feminine energy out. Your masculine energy is protecting your feminine energy. But your feminine energy wants to be in flow, wants to be at the forefront, wants to receive, wants to create, wants to express. But it feels like she's been suppressed, and that suppression is a part of what's keeping you stuck right now. And it makes so much sense with you choosing the black marker, which you guys, everything is just always so connected. Because I'm actually picking up, I'm hearing dark feminine or like wild feminine. This is somebody who just kind of refuses to be tamed, like that's Black Moon Lilith's energy. And I feel like some of you may have like some type of strong Lilith placement in your chart somewhere, or this could just be like the theme of your life right now, So what's keeping you stuck is that your inner feminine energy, your intuition, like your creativity, like the softer side of you, the more like magnetic side of you hasn't been given the space to breathe. Because I feel like throat, literally, I feel like I'm having a hard time breathing. It's almost as if your masculine energy is trying to suffocate me from even speaking out, even expressing that feminine energy is being suffocated. It's like it's time to start, balancing that go, 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 control everything energy with more surrender, with more trust, with more flow. Okay. Let's look at the cards. Let's see what we got. We got the Knight of Swords. That's that go, go, go energy. The Queen of Cups reversed. Wow. And y'all know I don't look at these cards before. Okay? I don't look at these cards before. The Three of Cups and the Two of Swords. Exactly, you guys. Woo. Okay. All right, group 2. Very spiritual. Either you know it or you don't know it. So the Knight of Swords, again, this is that like go, go, go energy. Like this is your masculine side here. Like always moving, always thinking, always charging ahead, sometimes without even like stopping to take a break. Sometimes you don't even know where you're going. You just know you gotta go. Okay, group 2, sometimes you don't even know where you're going. You just know you gotta go. And this energy has kind of been running the show for you for a really long time, okay? And then the Queen of Cups reverse. This is your feminine energy like I was talking about. I was picking up on it being repressed. Literally. Your emotional body, your intuition, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Your ability to receive. But here she's blocked. Here she's pushed down. She's silenced. She's ignored. And that's what I'm saying here. Like your feminine energy wants to come out. She wants to flow. But right now she feels suppressed. And the Three of Cups is like, okay. It tells me one thing is that like, okay, joy is available to you. Joy is available to you, okay? There's community around you for a lot of you. But you might not always let yourself experience the community. It's like you've been so focused on doing everything yourself and controlling the outcome that you forget what it feels like to actually celebrate, actually connect with other people, actually to like let your hair down, And then like the Two of Swords, this is giving me the energy here of like imbalance, right? Like your masculine side is like overactive, your feminine side is like undernourished, and it's like spirit is saying you don't have to abandon. It's like you feel like you have to pick one or choose one, and you don't have to abandon one for the other. It's about letting them work together. Okay, you have to learn how to let those energies work together because your intuition wants to guide your action and you want to silence your intuition from guiding your action. Why do you want to silence why do you want to silence your intuition from guiding you? I don't want to be too long because y'all know I can go like all deep and then be taking an hour on one group because I be trying to get to the bottom of it, okay? But let's see. Let's pull the card real quick. Let's see why. There's a reason why you want to silence your intuition. There's a reason why here, whether you know it or not. Let's see. We have the Tower card coming out. Okay. Why does group 2 want to silence their intuition? The Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Tower card. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay, so your intuition really guides you towards like big shifts, like Tower card moments. These are big changes in your life, right? And so when you really listen to your inner voice, it oftentimes is asking you to leave behind things that are unstable, relationships, environments that don't truly support you. And that can feel scary, right? Because it means you're letting things fall apart in order to like rebuild stronger. And then the Queen of Pentacles, this ties into like security and comfort and stability. It's like you don't trust that if you fully follow your intuition, you'll be taken care of. So you might worry about money. You might worry about your home. You might worry about resources or even your role as like a caretaker, like your role as a mom. And some of you have been taught that like survival and control come first. So the idea of like surrendering to your intuition, it feels like it could destabilize everything that you worked hard for. So what's happening is deep down, you fear that if you really listen to your intuition, it will demand a big change from you. But again, it's like, I feel like you guys have a very strong spiritual gift. And so instead, like you push that voice down and you let the masculine like go, go, go and keep moving energy take over. But Spirit is saying like, these decisions that you need to make, again, the Two of Swords is often about us avoiding making a decision. Okay? Us being at a standstill. This is Libra's energy, right? And so you're meant to be free. Whatever is meant to happen for you is meant to free you. And I feel like this directly ties into the beginning of your message about shadow work and you wanting to keep things hidden, or you wanting to repress certain things or ignore certain like truths. You know? Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna put these here. So like, it's like when you suppress your feminine energy group too, your intuition, or like the parts of yourself that need the expression, you're essentially keeping yourself in the dark. That's why you pick the black marker. That's why the black, you like keeping yourself in the dark. You're holding on to fear, like holding on to these patterns. You're holding on like you these control mechanisms almost, and thinking that it's protecting you, but it's actually what's keeping you stuck. Oh my God. I'm getting it. We getting somewhere. So what's keeping you stuck is the fear of change or losing stability that's kind of kept you from fully trusting yourself. But the thing about that is that when you allow your intuition to guide you, when you allow that feminine energy to flow alongside that masculine energy, you're not losing shit. You're actually stepping into a much freer, a more empowered version of yourself. Okay, let's pull some ancestor messages. Because I can go deeper than that, but we're going to just leave it at that. All right. See what your ancestors want you to know. Okay. What your ancestors want you to know. Okay. One more card. Okay. All right. So bottom of the deck energy, I do want to show you guys this. It says emotional leeches, energy vampires, and overgiving. And the first thing that gives me, y'all, is that that's a part of the reason why you have turned off your feminine energy as well, is from emotional leeches. From you, it's like, and then also I was hearing the word boundaries as well when I was shuffling. And so it's kind of like you guys may struggle with boundaries. You may struggle with boundaries, with overgiving, with the Queen of Cups in reverse here. With people draining and taking from your feminine energy, your flow, your cup. But instead of learning how to set the boundaries here, because the Queen of Cups upright, you guys, she's the only one that has a top over her cup. She has a lid over that cup to protect it. She's compassionate, but she also knows how to set boundaries. And look how she's looking at that cup. She values her emotions. She values her compassion. She values her gifts. And because she values it so much, you're not just going to take from me unless I'm ready to give from you. unless I'm ready to give to you. And I feel like that's something that you guys have been struggling with the Queen of Cups coming out in reverse. And that's a part of the reason why this feminine energy for you has been transformed. The Tower card, right? It's been transformed into the Black Moon Lilith. And now because your feminine energy has been transformed into this Black Moon Lilith, it needs to express itself. It's demanding to be expressed. It's like we're not finna run from communities. We're not finna run from friendships. We're not finna run from people because I'm going to teach you how to express yourself. You don't have to close your heart off. Look at her heart. Her heart is closed off. You don't have to close your heart off. You don't have to isolate yourself. You don't have to put up this guard, this masculine energy. You are gonna be in your feminine flow and you're going to set boundaries. We're not going to isolate. My no means no. I said what I said. And that's what's coming through for you guys. Let your no mean no. You don't have to be arrogant about it. You don't got to over-explain yourself. None of that. Because the Queen of Cups, she values her emotions. She's not giving to nobody until she's ready. But you were in a space where you've literally overgiven and allowed people to take from your cup. But now the energy is demanding expression, okay? We're not closing off our hearts. We're going to learn how to express ourselves fully, and we're going to set those boundaries. Okay. All right, let's take a look and see what ancestor messages we have out here. Again, we already pulled that card. It says emotional leeches, energy vampires, overgiving. That advice wasn't for your highest good. Interesting. Trying to manifest love, but avoiding self-love. They coming for y'all neck. Answered prayers. You downplay your ideas because no one claps. Okay. All right, group 2. So the very first thing that's coming through here from your ancestors are, let's talk about the love. I ain't even gonna sugarcoat it. Let's just go straight into it. Let's go straight into talking about the love, okay? So trying to manifest love, but avoiding self-love. This is the big one. I feel like you can't fully receive love in the way that you want. Love might be a really tricky slope for you. You feel like you can't really open up with people. You know, if you are dating masculine, it's kind of like you have a hard time with like being in your feminine energy. You know, it's just very difficult for you to trust. But also, Spirit is saying like you cannot fully receive or trust your intuition if you haven't taken care of yourself first. That's why the Queen of Cups is in reverse. But your ancestors here with answered prayers, they're actively supporting you. I do feel like that. They got your back, but it's just time to step into that energy and like take action towards that. You're downplaying your ideas because no one claps. So stop waiting and seeking like external validation for your ideas, for your creativity, for your gifts. And that's probably another reason why you downplay or you suppress your gifts, okay? One, because you don't want people to take advantage of you, or you have gifts and people try to drain the life out of you because you have this gift of nurturing, this gift of care, this gift of, you know, whatever spiritual gift this is. We're not going to tap into that today. But it's like, even if nobody else recognizes them yet, it's time for you to trust and honor your own voice. Like, that's what's coming through, you guys. And you know, with the advice, here it says that advice wasn't for your highest good. I feel like this card is coming out here because this may have come from a feminine energy in your life. This could be a mother, this could be a grandmother, this could be an aunt, this could be somebody who was previously like a mentor for you, where they told you like you have to be this way in order to survive. You have to do this in order to survive as a woman, as the this and as that. Like you've learned, this is learned behavior. And so far, I will say that it was seeming to work for you for a while. With protecting your energy, with having boundaries, with not overgiving, with not dealing with energy vampires. It was working for you for a while, but I feel like this next season of your life that you're entering in, this shit is not going to get you where you want to go. This behavior is not going to get you where you want to go. Now, I didn't do this for group 1. But let's see what season of life you guys are going to be moving into. Because I feel like whatever season y'all moving into, this imbalance, it cannot come. Okay, let's see real quick. Group 2, what season of life are they moving into? And then I'm going to, let's see. Group 2, what season of life are they moving into? Oh my gosh. All right. So we have, you are in joyful season, finding happiness and joy in everyday life. And then you are in your learning season, gaining new knowledge and skills. Exactly. So you're learning these seasons that you're moving into here. Wow, that's crazy. This season that you're moving into here is the learned behavior that worked for a while to help you to protect your energy, to set boundaries, to avoid overgiving. Behavior that worked for a while. Oh, hold on, y'all. Protect your energy. Sorry, y'all. That's the iPad. Yeah, this behavior that worked for a while, it can't go with you in this next season. And it's like that approach isn't going to get you where you want to go. Okay. Holding on to these patterns, this hyper protective. And I was saying something about it. I just feel like you guys are like always on guard. Like you guys are always like super protective of your energy, you know? But with joyful season, this is spirit saying you're going to be finding joy and happiness in everyday life. But with the learning season here, this is about you gaining new knowledge and new skills. So it's time to let go of behaviors that kind of protected you in the past. But they're now holding you back, period. They're holding you back now. You're learning a new way of setting boundaries. You're learning a new way of living in your essence, your feminine flow. You're learning a new way to love yourself. Let's see how this energy is manifesting for you, or what area of your life. This reading is focused on why you are stuck. Okay, why you feel stuck, why you're stuck. So let's see what season of life this stuckness is kind of manifesting for you. Like what season of life this is happening for you. What area of life, what area of life is this stuckness manifesting for group 2? This will kind of help you just to kind of focus on the themes of this house, okay? Group 2. Okay. 9th house. Wow. 9th house is travel, higher learning, new perspective. This is also connected to Sagittarius energy as well. Okay. So I would look and see what's in your 9th house in your natal chart. Also, where is Sagittarius in your natal chart as well? You could have your Black Moon Lilith in Sagittarius or in a fire sign as well. But the 9th house here, so this is everything I feel like we've been talking about with the shadow work, with the expression or the suppression of your feminine energy and these patterns that you've been holding on to. And Spirit is saying it's showing up here, right? And so this stuckness has been limiting your ability to expand, right? 9th house is Jupiter energy. Jupiter expands, right? Anything it touches, Jupiter expands, right? Good, bad, indifferent, right? And so it's been limiting your ability to see the bigger picture and to step into an experience that would grow your mind, which is why you're in the learning season, right? That connects as well with the 9th house. And so this is going to grow your mind. It's going to grow your heart. It's going to grow your soul. This is soul work that you're doing, which is why shadow work was coming through in the beginning of your reading. So it's time to open yourself up to new ideas, okay? To new philosophies, to new ways of being. And stop letting that fear and that old advice and that those overprotective habits keep you confined, keep you stuck, keep you bound, keep you restricted. Because your next season, the joyful season, the learning season, is all about stepping into freedom. All right, that is your message, group number 2. Let me know in the comments how it resonates. If you want to book a reading with your girl, we have 15 and 30-minute sessions that are available for a discounted price for the month of October. Tap in with your girl, okay? Especially y'all, group 2, tap in. 3, let's go ahead and take a look and see what's the vibes, what's the tea, what's the energy. So group 3, the first thing that I'm picking up on with y'all's energy is I heard the word envy, okay? I heard envy and I heard evil eye. Now, green, typically it's, it talks about like growth and abundance and the heart chakra and healing, but Spirit is showing me for you guys, a lot of you have been feeling watched. You've been feeling envied, or like your energy is being drained by other people's, like people are projecting on you. You could have like Neptune in your first house. Okay. You could have like Neptune in your first house. That's something super specific, but this could be people from like your social circle, people from your family, or even like people online. Okay. Some of you might have been like picking up on like just weird vibes, or like feeling blocked around like your money, feeling blocked around like your love life, or like your confidence. And it's connected to either envy from others or your own subconscious fear of shining brightly because of envy. You guys could have been drawn to group 1. But this is definitely a heart-centered pile, the green, okay? It's showing me a need to protect and cleanse your heart space so that your compassion, your love, like your blessings, they can flow without you feeling attacked or like without you feeling blocked. So we're going to actually do something a little different for group 3. We're going to pull from this deck here first to see what's keeping you stuck, because I feel like there's something spiritual going on. Let's see. There's something else going on here for you guys. Some funny business. And I feel like you've been picking up on that as well. Like just weird energy. Let's see what that is. Okay. Group 3. Group 3. Group 3. Okay. What do we have here? Negative emotions from others are affecting you. Protection ritual will shield you from evil eye. I cannot make that up. That's exactly what I was picking up on. Like projection. I told y'all some funny business. Like, and this is just straight confirmation that what you've been feeling is real. This is confirmation like for you. For some of you, I feel like you've been feeling like you've been going crazy. Like, I'm tripping, like, I'm insecure, or that person is not hating on me. It's my this. No, they're definitely hating on you. They're definitely sending you the evil eye. But this doesn't mean like you're cursed or anything. Like, oh, I'm doomed to the evil eye of other people. Oh, how shall I? This is not that energy. It just means that your light is bright. And when your light is bright, it just naturally just triggers the unhealed parts of others. That's all. And so Spirit is saying you're in a moment where like spiritual maintenance, you got to be taking care of yourself. You got to be cleansing yourself. You got to be, protecting yourself here with protection ritual. Okay. If you don't know how to do a protection ritual, I have an easy video on my website on how to do a protection candle. Okay. Easy. I think it's like $10 or something like that. Get it. Show you exactly how to get a candle and protect yourself. Okay. But you need to be protecting yourself. Okay. And so this could also be cleansing. This could be prayer, okay, if you pray. But this is about protection work. The green energy as well. This is your heart chakra being wide open. Like you're very empathetic. You're a healer. You're creative. Like, so you naturally absorb energy. Okay. That's what I'm hearing. Your aura is green. Your aura is blue. You could be wearing green or blue right now. Okay. But anyway, you naturally absorb energy. And Spirit is saying it's time to shield up. Okay. It's time to shield up so you can keep shining without being drained. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and pull your tarot cards now. I just want to kind of see what that weird energy was about. So we have the Six of Swords coming out. Okay. The King of Pentacles in reverse. The Fool card in reverse. Lots of green here too. And the Ten of Cups. Okay. All right. Group 3. I feel like you've been moving away from like old energy here. Like with the Six of Cups, this is about moving away, moving towards, calmer waters. But you're moving away from like old situations that were kind of weighing you down. But Spirit is also saying that the transition hasn't fully been completed yet or something. There's still like some residual like heaviness, some energy from other people that like you're still picking up on. We'll get into that. So the King of Pentacles naturally is about like stability, security, finances, control. I feel like with it coming out in reverse, these things have been kind of off for you again, And this could be tied to the envy. This could be tied to sabotage. Or like I was saying, the projections from others that are kind of throwing off your energy, which is why they're talking about you protecting yourself. This evil eye is manifesting itself in your financial situation. You could be having a hard time starting over. You could be having a hard time finding a job right now. Okay. You could be having a hard time, finding love right now. You could be having a hard time just keeping up with your bills or paying things. It's just like, Spirit is showing me a pocket with a hole in it. Like you get money and then it's gone. As soon as the money comes, it's like you never have enough. Or you always just have like, I just have just enough. And there may be this hesitation here for this new beginning, for you trusting yourself fully because, of this outside energy, this evil eye, where there's this fear of like making the wrong move because everything has just been going so wrong. It's like, I don't want to make it worse, like I don't want to make it worse. Things are already fucked up. I don't want to make it worse, and it's like, especially if you've been feeling that like negative energy, it's understandable. Like it's understandable why you're like, you're afraid to like take these leaps of faith or step out and like do courageous things and all these. It's understandable because you have this evil eye, this envy, these projections projecting onto you. I feel like this is about you protecting your heart here. The Ten of Cups here. This is a beautiful card. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck. And this is about emotional fulfillment. And I feel like Spirit is reminding you that emotional fulfillment is available to you. But the challenge for you is going to be clearing and consistently clearing negative energy, protecting your heart, and not letting other people's envy or their projections block your blessings. So I feel like you're in a transitional phase right now where you're kind of being challenged by external energy, I want to pull another card from this deck. Another card because, with the other groups, it was more so internal blockages, right? But for you guys, it's external blockages. So I want to pull from this deck again. So negative emotions from other people. I feel like there is this, like, I just heard the word, the audacity. Is the word audacious? Let me know. But people are like the audacity. People are intimidated by your audacity, group 3. Like you will just, move at the whim. You will just change jobs at the whim. You will just walk away from a friendship or a relationship if things are weird for you. If you know what I'm saying, like you would just start over. in a heartbeat. You will take action towards new ideas. And I feel like people, they're intimidated by that because you're so free. And the reason why the Fool card is in reverse, the reason why the King of Pentacles is in reverse, is not truly because this energy is blocked off from you. It's because their projections, okay, their negative emotions of how they feel about their self without you protecting yourself, this evil eye has manifested itself into your life. Does that make sense? So it's not that you're truly broke, it's that you're hanging around broke people with scarcity mindsets. It's not that you're stuck, it's that you're hanging around people who can't see or think outside of their current reality. I just heard somebody say, I gotta get away. So Spirit is acknowledging as well, like they can't stop you, but again, it's like their negative projections, the evil eye, it can slow you down because you're not shielded, because you're not protecting yourself. So I want to pull from this deck again. Since this is external energy, group 3. Oh my God. I did not want to go there today in this reading, but I was picking up on that energy. All right, we're going there, y'all. It says hired help. Someone has enlisted a practitioner to send unseen blockages your way. 12th house. I knew it. All right. And that's why they're like, you need to protect yourself. You need to be cleansing yourself. You need to be doing like somebody is moved beyond the evil eye. That ain't enough for them anymore. So in astrology, let's talk. Let's calm down. Let's talk because we can talk our way through this. So in astrology, the 12th house is connected to hidden enemies, right? Hidden enemies, unseen energy, subconscious, spiritual matters, and the things that go on behind closed doors, right? So this isn't about you being paranoid. I feel like for a lot of you, this reading is confirmation that you have not been paranoid at all. Something fishy has been going on. This is confirmation of why you've been feeling weird, heavy energy. But the 12th house also, let's talk about it. It also rules what? Prayer, meditation, spirituality, divine protection. And so that means that anything done in secret can also be dissolved in secret. Okay? And so Spirit wants you to know that nothing anyone is sending you is stronger than your own connection to God. Nothing that anyone is sending you is stronger than your connection to your ancestors. Anything that anyone is sending you, anything, any time of day, any day of the week, you need to be practicing spiritual maintenance. So yeah, something is going on, okay? The 12th house is like the unseen, but I feel like for me, it also is connected to spiritual mastery, okay? Spiritual mastery. I just heard that. They want me to focus on spiritual mastery, okay? Ooh, y'all, look, I just cut the deck and look. Financial blockages to hinder someone's financial prosperity or success. So again, that's the type of shit that they're sending your way that we just talked about with the King of Pentacles in reverse. Financial blockages. They want to block you. I didn't want to get into this, but Spirit wants to get into this, so we're gonna honor the message. A very vengeful spirit, okay? All right. Why do they want to send blockages your way financially? Why do they want to block you financially? Why do they want to block group 3 financially? Why do they want to block them financially? The Hermit card, y'all. The Hermit card. What's the bottom of the deck here? The Hangman. So the reason why they are, wanting to block you financially, they're trying to pull you into isolation. They know that when you're in your bag, okay, when you're financially stable and you're connected, when you're visible, you're vibrant, you're powerful, okay, the Hermit in reverse is their goal, okay? To make you pull back, to question yourself, to dim your light. But this is also showing you as the Hermit. Okay, this is showing you as the Hermit, meaning that, again, they were talking about spiritual mastery, right? Didn't we say that? I think we said spiritual mastery. But the Hermit is a spiritual being whose powers grow in quiet, whose powers grow in mastery. And so Spirit is saying, like, let this situation drive you into your mastery, not into hiding, not into fear. So the more you lean into your prayer, the more you lean into your meditation, the more you lean into protective rituals, the faster this energy is going to collapse. Wow. Okay. So this energy is kind of like spiritual warfare for you guys. I'm not going to lie here. It's spiritual warfare. But I feel like you guys are moving into a season where you're going to be the teacher in some way. Something about you guys being the teacher in some way. We got to go all in. We got to go all in, y'all. We got to go all in. Let's see what spiritual gift you're activating. Because we keep getting spiritual mastery here. What spiritual gift is group 3 activating? Something big is coming for y'all. What spiritual gift is being activated for group 3? Oh my goodness. Okay. So it says, becoming the healer. You now have access to knowledge of traditional healing modalities, herbal remedies, energy work, and more. This is spiritual warfare. And that's why your ancestors are allowing this to happen, because they're like, okay, do your thing, because what you're really finna do is help them level up with their healing. What you're really finna do is help them level up with their protection. What you're really finna do is help them to learn more about energy work. That's why your ancestors are allowing this situation to happen, because it's growing you. It's pushing you into mastery. The Hermit card, again, the Hermit is the healer. Okay, Virgo energy. This could have been going on for you all September. All September has just been feeling like, what is going on? The money is funny. People are funny. Hell, I look in the mirror and I'm funny. What's going on? So, like I said earlier, I feel like you guys were moving into the season of being a teacher. And so with becoming the healer coming out here, I feel like the gift is being activated right now for you. Your light and your calling is getting bigger. Okay? It's getting bigger. And you're not just a receiver anymore, you know? Spirit is moving you into a position where you'll be the one who knows how to cleanse. You'll be the one who knows how to protect. You'll be the one who knows how to guide other people. So you're being trained. This is spiritual initiation. Okay, you guys are in spiritual initiation, group 3. Kind of feel like we didn't venture off from what's keeping you stuck, but it is what it is. Okay. All right. All right. So let's pull some messages from your spiritual team, y'all. I'm gonna just go ahead and pull this card out because it want to come out. Look at that spiritual bath. You need to do it. You need to do it. Spiritual bath. Trying to come out. All right, let's see what else is going on here for group 3. Uh-oh. Hold on. We got a card that fell. Stay consistent with your ancestors. Okay, so if you work with your ancestors, okay, you work with your ancestors, you need to be staying consistent with them, okay? Whatever consistency looks like for you, whatever that looks like for you, okay, with your spiritual practices, okay? But you need to be staying consistent with them. See what else? What else do your ancestors want you to know? Pay attention to your dreams, okay? Yeah, y'all gonna have to let me know. Okay. Group 3. Oh. We have monetizing before mastery. And then bottom of the deck, we have daily cleansing equals daily clarity. So for somebody, this could be a few people or somebody specific. You are already a healer. Like publicly, you're already a healer. Okay. I am picking up on that. So I do, even if it's for one person, I'm going to go ahead and say it. You already identify as a healer. Okay. You already do energy work. You already do cleansing and things. You're already a practitioner. Okay. And what I'm picking up on here is that you may need to take a step back from your spiritual business. Okay, they may be your spiritual team. Obviously you can connect with them to confirm that, right? But you may need to take a step back from your business. All right. And there could be a lot of evil eye and negativity and things like that coming from other practitioners, because we have hired help clarifying why. We have the Hermit card here. So this could be other low level practitioners coming for you, because you kind of stepped into spirituality and starting a business and putting yourself out there before you really, started to, I guess, you've just been slacking on your spiritual baths and slacking on your protection and things like that. And it could be due to the fact that you are busy and you're helping and healing other people and you're doing all the things. And so what's coming through as well is they may be wanting you to kind of take a step back or prioritize yourself. Okay. So you've been feeling that pull to take a step back from your spiritual business, okay? That's going to be for you, all right? That's going to be for you. All right. Why am I shuffling this deck again? I don't know. They want something to come out. Oh, people already come to you for this. I'm telling you, y'all, the readings have been insane today. Yeah, like I was saying. People already come to you for this. They already come to you for healing. They already come to you for herbal remedies. They already come to you for energy work. And this doesn't have to be traditional to where you are advertising yourself as a healer. But people are definitely coming to you when they're stuck. People are. Okay. All right, so let's close out because I can keep going on and on with this reading. Let's see. So again, the card that comes out here is going to be, the reading is on what's keeping you stuck. Okay. And the card that comes out here is going to identify how this energy, this stuckness, whatever, where it's manifesting in your life, so that you can focus specifically. I feel like that wanted to come out. Oh, and it did. So we have 6th house coming out here. Daily habits, work, health, service, Virgo's energy, which is also connected to the Hermit card again. Okay. What's the bottom of the deck? 1st house. Okay. So this energy is manifesting itself in your day-to-day life, in your habits, in your work, in your physical health, in your service. And I was a card here that says something about physical health that I didn't want to get into, but I'm going to say this. You could be experiencing some type of issues with your physical health. Okay. Yeah. Look at that bottom of the deck energy. It says rest is a part of your spiritual hygiene. Okay. But you could be experiencing some type of issues with your health. Because this, in the bottom of the deck, I didn't even want to read that for y'all. But it says physical or emotional health issues are present. Focus on healing and self-care. Right? Because I didn't want to go off on a tangent. Because y'all know how I do. The reading will be 2 hours. Right? But you could be having physical symptoms in your health right now. That's manifesting from evil eye, from a lack of protection. Okay? But with the 6th house coming out here, with how this keeping you stuck, where this is manifesting for you, this is huge confirmation that all the energy that we've been talking about, it's been trying to creep into your everyday life, your work, your service. And this is the house of how you show up day to day, how you manage your health, your spiritual maintenance, how you serve other people. For some of you, this is literally your job, your business, your spiritual work. For others, this is like your routines and just your overall like well-being, you know? Spirit is saying like double down, okay? Hear me clearly. Double down on your daily protection and cleansing practices. These things are going to protect you. You need to reevaluate your work and any type of services that you have to make sure that you're filling your own cup before you start pouring into other people. And they're also talking about here, with rest as a part of your spiritual hygiene, make your health and your spiritual hygiene like your number one priority right now, okay? And I feel like if you do that, you're going to get unstuck real quick. So you need some type of routine here, okay? Group 3, you need to get some type of routine going. Whatever that means for you, you need some type of routine going here to clear this energy. But again, this is all about self-mastery here for you. And I'm loving this energy. Okay. Yeah. So that is it. Group number 3. Let me know in the comments how this energy resonates with you. And if you want to book a private reading with me, we have 15-minute and 30-minute sessions that are available for extremely discounted price for the month of October, for a spooky season, baby. Okay, so if you want to get in with your girl, if you want to dive deeper in anything that we discussed or anything you got going on, then hit your girl up. Okay,